everyone, welcome to Panthers Post Network. It's your boy Stefan, and thank you for clicking on my video. Today we're previewing our Panthers Week 8 matchup against the Denver Broncos. The game is taking place at Empower Field at Mile High at 2:25 p.m. Bryce Young is making his return as a starter after being benched after Week 2 due to an Andy Dalton injury from a car accident earlier this week. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured in the accident. So let's get into the injury report. So Andy Dalton, from the accident, he injured his right thumb. He's doubtful. Deontay Johnson is out. Jamie Robinson is out. Nick Scott is out. Adam Thielen is out. Jonathan Brooks is doubtful. Charlton Churlis is questionable. Jordan Fuller is out. Dane Jackson is doubtful. Josie Jewell is questionable. Taylor Moton, and Yosh Nijman are both questionable. Ashawn Robinson is questionable. DJ Wanham is out. And let's see, Jaden Clowney is questionable. Crumedy is questionable. Franklin is questionable. And Tommy Tremble is questionable. So some notable names on this report that could actually return are Robinson, Clowney, Crumedy, and Jewell on defense. And we could use the help as we have maintained our trajectory as being the worst defense in NFL history. We gave up 33 points of offense to a backup quarterback last week in an embarrassing loss at Northwest Stadium against the Commanders. And with that being said, turnovers. We have to cause turnovers. In each of the Broncos' 3 losses, they had 3 against the Seahawks, 2 against the Steelers, and 2 against the Chargers. And in their wins, they had 1 turnover per game, minus the Raiders game when they didn't have any. The defense has to step up. It's been the worst of the worst this season. We honestly have to do something at some point. That's pretty much going to be my key to victory on every single game that we have because, we have the worst defense, bro. At some point, you can't be at the bottom forever. You have to have one big game, one good game. Lower the mental mistakes. We are 10th in the NFL in penalties. Establish the run. Chuba's streak of 100 total yards per game ended last week, yet he still managed to score the team's only touchdown. The Broncos have allowed an average of 111.7 yards per game, which is 10th in the league, 4.1 yards per carry, which is 6th in the league, and Chuba is averaging 5.2 yards per carry. And as a team, we're at 73 yards total, rushing yards total, and as a team, we're at a 4.6 average. With Deontay Johnson being out, Xavier Legette has to step it up as the X receiver. Johnson is out this week, which means Legette is the next man up to play the position of X. Deontay has flourished in his role as the X for the Carolina Panthers since Andy Dalton had been throwing the ball. In his 4 games, he averaged 323 yards and 3 touchdowns. It's more Legette's responsibility to replace that production. Ja'Tavion Sanders is another key to victory. He's gotten majority of the snaps since Tremble has been injured, and he's made the most of his opportunities. He's led the team in receiving last week with 61 yards, and he was second on the team in receiving the week before. And with this being Bryce's first game back starting since week 2 and without 2 starters, expect Sanders to get more opportunities to get more production. Bryce Young. In 17 starts, he's already being labeled by some as the biggest bust in NFL history. And that's fair, considering what he had to go through his first season from arguably the league's worst roster and worst assembled coaching staff. This second season, in 2 games, the offense is stalled and was completely unwatchable. Bryce has once again been thrown into the fire without his top 2 receivers being active and playing against one of the best defenses in the league. He can do something unique this week and show everyone the potential that we saw in Alabama and saw last season. So our key matchups: Xavier Legette versus Pat Surtain. Our first-round rookie gets his first start as the X, and he does it against arguably the best cornerback in the league. Surtain is expected back from concussion protocol and expected to start after a 2-game absence. Offensive line versus the defensive line. So, like I said earlier, the Broncos are 10th in rushing yards allowed and 6th in yards per average allowed. They are second in the NFL in sacks with 28, The Panthers have given up 14 sacks, which is good for 11th in the NFL, which is a far cry from where we were at last year. It's a tall task for the offensive line this week to take on this defensive line. My last key to victory is Bryce versus himself. You could tell this year, Bryce didn't look the same as last year. He didn't trust what he was seeing on the field anymore. He has to play his game, manage the offense, trust what he sees, and play free. He's already been benched. It can't get any worse than this. So go out there, play your game, be yourself, Bryce. Do you, bro. Do you. Get back to enjoying playing football. Now, for my prediction. Last week I said we were going to lose 40-28 or 43-28, I think it was. We lost 40-7. I don't think it's going to be that much of a shootout with this Broncos defense. I say at most, I'm going to go maybe 25-13. My gut feeling, my love for the Panthers makes me want to pick us to win this game 20-13. But our defense has just been so bad, man. It's been so bad. I'm leaning toward us probably taking another L. I am. So if we take this L, I'm gonna go 25, 20, let's go 20, 24, 24-13. I'm gonna go 24-13. We taking the L this week. I'm hoping we win. I really do, man, because being a Panther fan is hard. Is getting all these L's, man. We're like 1-6, bro. This sucks. But y'all enjoyed this video, y'all like this content, please like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. I have tons of things coming up. I go over the draft. I posted that video. I go over potential prospects. Follow me on X, also known as Twitter and Instagram. And as always, man, keep pounding and have a great rest of your day.